It seems like how to make money online is the most popular topic, the most searched thing ever on the YouTubes and the Googles, because everyone wants that little side hustle. And especially right now in today's economy, inflation is insane. Things cost 20% more than they cost 2 years ago. Having a little extra side cheddar, a little slice on the side to help cut the inflation headache is what everyone be looking for these days.
I need more money.
So what do you need to do? Do you need to take a 6-week course? Do you need to go get your real estate license? Do you need to rent a Lambo and pretend to live the lifestyle and manifest it so that it appears? I guess you could try it. I'm not knocking it if you do, but the easiest way to make money online today is to...
This is gonna be good, I can tell.
Sell stuff. Now I know what you're thinking. Obviously, everyone makes money by selling goods or services. That's literally the economy. You have a product, good, or service that someone else wants, and you make money by selling that good or service.
I bet you folks don't have one of these.
I want that.
The distinction I want to make here is that creating a product or a good or service really is the rub. That is the difficult thing. Maybe you have a really good idea for an app. Well, you have to design the app. You got to pay a designer or design it yourself. You have to pay a developer or developing team. And then you got to have a marketing strategy to market that app. That's a very good and noble thing to do. But there's an easier way to make money where you just sell stuff that already exists. You're not responsible for the product. And I'm not talking about drop shipping. I'm talking about literally just selling stuff. I believe this is still such a wide open opportunity to take existing items and sell them on places like Amazon, eBay, or Facebook Marketplace, even Craigslist. OfferUp is still a thing. I don't know if you know that, but it's still around, and sometimes I've even had success on OfferUp. All right, so back up. Where are we getting these products that other people own to sell? Now, obviously, when you enter into this game, your margin is everything. So we're talking about buying something at a discount and then selling it for a profit. So you want to look for those diamond in the rough items where there's still margin left on the item. You don't want to be spending $200 on a pair of Nikes and then list them for $210. What you're really looking for is the $20 or $50 Nikes that you can find and flip for $200 or $250 and make those fat stacks of profit. All right, so where do we find these products? I've had success in 3 major areas. Number 1 is yard sales. This is the old Gary V mindset. Go to yard sales every weekend if you're into this, and people literally just give away stuff. I don't recommend haggling people down unless you can sort of combine a few items into a decent bargain. It's not worth trying to nickel and dime someone who's just sort of trying to push off their belongings or their child's toys that they finally convince them to give up, and you're standing there saying, I'll give you a quarter for this.
Again, I appreciate the offer for $400, but we just can't.
No, $4.
Oh.
Something I've done, eBay has this great option where you can literally scan items with your camera. And if someone has sold that item at a different time on eBay, it'll tell you the last sold price. You can just filter by sold items. So I am not above standing in someone's driveway at their yard sale and taking photos of things and scanning them on eBay to see what they're worth. People will sell something for $1 that you can list on eBay for $20. For everyone doing the math at home, you just made $19. If you find 5 items that day or 10 items, you can see how the math really starts to add up and you're making a little extra cheddar for your biscuit. The downside to yard sales, of course, is you never know what you're gonna get. You think you've got a jackpot and you get home and maybe you bought comic books, but there's a bunch of scribbles on the pages. Or maybe you bought shoes and you didn't realize until you get home that they're dry rotted. I've experienced all these type of things and it can be frustrating. So it's not for the faint of heart. It is a really easy way to buy already existing items and list them on eBay and make that profit. Second place you can find things is the clearance aisle at Walmart. Clearance aisles can be sketchy because a lot of times if something hits the clearance aisle at Walmart, there's absolutely no margin left in it. But Walmart and most retail big box stores will mark their stuff down all the way to 90% off, sometimes even higher. So if you're serious about this game and you go to Walmart at the right time and keep checking your local store, go to the clearance aisle and find those products. The Bath and Body stuff is what I usually look for if I'm going to do this, or electronics, and look for how much they've marked it off. If they've just marked it off 20%, come back another day, it's going to go down to 50, to 70, to 90. And at that point, get out the eBay app, scan it, see what it's worth, And sometimes you can really find a lot of margin in those items just by picking up clearance items. Another really cool thing about clearance is you can do bulk. So a lot of times if they're just trying to wipe something off of a shelf, they'll put 10 or 20 of the same item up on clearance. And if you can go in and scoop all those items up, now you have a bulk listing that you can do on eBay and quickly just ship out those things as you get the orders in. It feels like free money. What a dream. The last place, and maybe the best, but also most expensive in a way, I'll explain, way to find products that you can sell is overstock or return pallets. A lot of times businesses like Best Buy or Target or Walmart, they get all the items that are returned and they just chuck them in the back into this big crate, a big pallet. And if they don't feel like sorting them for whatever reason, or if there's bumps, dents, or scratches, they'll just ship them off to the highest bidder. And then there's liquidation sites that you can just do a simple Google search on and find different liquidation sites that work with these companies. And they will sell you entire pallets full of returned items. Now, this gets pricey. This can be anywhere from a couple $100s to several $1,000s, depending on how crazy you want to go with this, and depending on how many items are in the pallet and how valuable they sort of roughly estimate the pallet to be. But in my experience, a place like Walmart will list a pallet that has, say, $20,000 worth of electronics. Now that would be $20,000 at MSRP if they were to sell all those things brand new. But the pallet they're selling is going to be $2,000. So a significant markdown. But the catch is not everything in that pallet is going to be working. You're going to have stolen items where people be thieving. They steal headphones and then put their broken headphones back in the packaging of the brand new headphones. And they return that to the store, collect their $50, and it's like they got free headphones.
But don't steal.
In liquidation pallets like that, you're going to have a significant amount of just garbage, stuff you just have to throw straight in the trash. It's not any good, but you will have plenty of items that easily make up how much money you spent into buying that pallet that you can then list on eBay or Facebook Marketplace. The rule of thumb for me, if it's easy to ship, I go with eBay. If it's big and bulky, I go Facebook Marketplace and just meet at a public place because safety first. Once you get into this, just selling existing items, the thrill is quite exciting. You start to get some success and you start to realize, oh wow, I can make as much money as I want depending on how often I go and look for products or how much money I'm willing to spend on existing products. So I'm not going to buy something for $10 and sell it for $12 unless I know I can buy 1,000 of them and they will sell right away. Normally I'm looking at buying something for $10 and selling it for 30 to 40 bucks. You might think that sounds like crazy, but I'm telling you guys, if you go out there and look at these places, clearance aisles, yard sales, liquidation sites, you're going to find a bunch of garbage, a bunch of junk, but you will also find a bunch of really good stuff that will sell and will sell quickly and will get you that extra money, that extra butter and cheddar on your biscuit that you're looking for. So I'm curious, any places that I missed, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching. This has been fun. I like making money. You like making money. Let's stick together and I'll check you in the next video. Little extra cheddar, little bit of cheese, little bit of cheese in the bank, little bit of nibble nibble.